Greetings, humans. It's me, Bob Harris, senior editor at footballdiehards.com. It's time for the Saturday injury update, review, overview, preview, get you up to speed view thing we like to do here. And it's a busy week, right? We'll go through these chronologically like I always do, so you can understand your options as you go through the day and need fallback plans, etc. So we'll start with the early games, and none bigger than the Patriots, where Rob Gronkowski will not play, probably done for the year, certainly done for the year, had back surgery yesterday. We'll see how they fill that void going forward. Expect a little more Malcolm Mitchell, a little more Dion Lewis, a little more Marty Bennett, maybe fewer two tight end sets, so more three receiver sets. Also in that game, Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, Chris Hogan, and Bennett are all listed as questionable. Expect all to play. This has been, the norm for recent weeks, certainly for Edelman and Bennett for most of the season. Brady working with the sore knee, Edelman the foot. Hogan has a sore back. He played last week, should play again. The other side of the ball, Tavon Austin is listed as doubtful. Sounds like he will not go. Has a chest injury. More for Kenny Britt. This is going to be a tough game for the Rams. We'll expect the Patriots to load up to try and slow down Todd Gurley. Not that that's been that hard. And force Jared Goff to beat him, and not sure he can. Green Bay playing Houston at home. Aaron Rodgers listed as questionable. It sounds like if they still had a probable, he would be closer to probable. You'll have to watch in the hour leading up to kickoff, but expect him to play. And he played through the injury after it happened Monday night in Philadelphia without any real difficulty. Still able to do everything. Other side of the ball, Alfred Blue listed as questionable. He could return from a 3-4 week absence from a calf injury to back up Lamar Miller. Tyler Irvin is ruled out. Jalen Strong is ruled out. Everybody else was taken off the injury report. Lamar Miller, C.J. Fedorowicz, Will Fuller all worked fully, all good to go. For the Denver Broncos, Paxton Lynch will start with because Trevor Siemian has a sprained foot. He is out this game. It's a tough matchup against the Jaguars. The Jalen Ramsey, Prince Ukamora, all very tough. It's a tough to throw against, so this will be a real test for Siemian. Also in that game, Andy Janovich, the fullback, is done for the year, and Benny Fowler is ruled out with a knee injury this week. The other side of the ball, Chris Ivory is ruled out. Alan Hearns is ruled out. Julius Thomas is listed as doubtful. Rashad Green also ruled out in that game. T.J. Yeldon taken off the injury report, so he'll be the starting running back. You can run on Denver. Teams have done it. It sounds like he'll split the workload with Denard Robinson, so not sure what I expect in that one, but more volume than normal for Yeldon. Tight ends, Neil Sterling did a pretty good job last week. Maybe he's a player to watch. For the New Orleans Saints, Mark Ingram listed as questionable with a toe injury. Seems like he'll play. He returned to practice on Friday. Sounded a little non-committal, but sounds like he'll play. Early kickoff, so you'll have plenty of fallback options if it's an issue. Other side of the ball, Theo Riddick and Marvin Jones both listed as questionable. For Riddick, this has been the norm. He has the ankle injury. It's been something he's been playing with for over 4 weeks now. Expect him to play again. Jones, a little less certain. Had a beat writer from MLive.com, from the Detroit News on Justin Rogers on the Football Diehards show on Sirius yesterday, and he sounded a little uncertain. So that's when you'll have to watch. It's a thigh injury. Should be a shootout. We'd like to get a piece of that, right? So, and Jones is due for a big game. Had 11 targets last week, so maybe he's coming back. Jeremy Maclin has been ruled out for the Kansas City Chiefs. They initially listed him as questionable, ruled him out this morning, Saturday. So no worries about him. Everyone else is good to go there. For the Philadelphia Eagles, Ryan Matthews ruled out for the second straight week with knee injury. More Wendell Smallwood, maybe more running effort. Jordan Matthews has that injured ankle. He's considered a true good game time decision, listed as questionable. Dorial Green-Beckham on the rise, Paul Turner, Bryce Treggs, maybe Nelson Aguilar gets back in the mix. He was inactive last week, a healthy scratch, having problems holding on to the ball, etc., meeting his assignments. Maybe they get him back in, but you'll need to watch on Jordan Matthews for the game time decision. Cincinnati, of course, A.J. Green is out. Everyone else is good to go. And Green confirmed this week he suffered a grade 2 hamstring tear, so he hopes to return. He's aiming for maybe week 17. Even if it's by week 17, he'd like to play again. You shouldn't count on that. For the Chicago Bears, entertaining San Francisco this week, Jay Cutler, of course, is out. Season-ending shoulder surgery coming. Matt Barkley will be the starter for the rest of the season. Eddie Royal, listed as questionable with a toe injury, did not practice all week. That's kind of become the norm for him, but they may try and get some other guys in there. We'll see if they make any roster moves with Daniel Braverman. And Daniel Brown, the tight end, got a little play last week with Zach Miller out. And course, he's on IR and won't be back either. Other side of the ball, Quentin Patton has a concussion listed as questionable. This sounds like a game time decision. Haven't heard that he's gotten clearance yet, so you'll need to watch that. Pretty good matchup for Colin Kaepernick. On both sides of the ball, right? Jordan Howard, a good matchup for him. Colin Kaepernick, Carlos Hyde all seem to be in line for some good run. For the Miami Dolphins, Devontae Parker has a back issue. He did not practice all week. Offensive coordinator Clyde Christensen said it would be a bonus if he played this week. Adam Gase said after Friday's practice, even if Parker says he can go, that doesn't mean he will go. This is trending in the wrong direction. Jarvis Landry and Kenny Stills, on the other hand, are not on the injury report this week. It's the first time in a month that they have not been on the injury report. So their shoulder and calf injuries respectively fine. Kenyon Drake listed as questionable with a knee injury. He played through it last week, so you might want to watch that. On the other side of the ball, Kamir Aiken listed as questionable with what has he got? Thigh injury. Not clear. More of a special teams guy right now anyway. Hasn't had a big role in the offense. Crockett Gilmore once again ruled out with his thigh injury. In the late afternoon games, we've got the Buffalo Bills, and just came in. You might have heard the text ding. Mike, the tight end Charles Clay is not on the team flight to Oakland as he awaits the birth of his child. I'm reading this on my text as it comes right up. He may be able to travel later. Look, there's a lot of issues for Buffalo. Sammy Watkins listed as questionable. He's expected to play. We'll see how much. Offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn, kept saying earlier this week he's got a broken foot, last I heard. So expect him to play. He didn't practice Wednesday and Thursday, got back on the field, or didn't practice Wednesday because of soreness in the foot, got back on the field Thursday and Friday. Seems to be fine. Lynn mentioned, I don't know if I'm going to get 1 play or 20 plays. He got 22 plays, I think, last week. So, but he's, look, there's obvious upside there, and it's not a horrible matchup. So let this is going to be your own risk tolerance on Watkins going against Oakland. Marquise Goodwin also listed as questionable, hurt a wrist on Thursday. Sounds like he'll be ready to go. He returned to practice on Friday. Mike Gillisley also questionable. He should be good to go as a backup to LaShawn McCoy. Percy Harvin and Robert Woods both ruled out, so they need some help at wide receiver. They need Watkins and Goodwin to show up. Other side of the ball, Latavius Murray and Michael Crabtree both listed as questionable, as they were last week. Same exact situation, both limited in practice all week. Both played as usual against the Panthers, no signs of the injury, so expect them to do the same. Late afternoon kickoff, have fallbacks if you're worried about it, but expect them to go. Tyrell Williams for San Diego didn't practice Wednesday and Thursday with the shoulder injury. He's kind of an ongoing thing. It dates back to college. He had labrum issues then. Got on the field Friday, listed as questionable. Local observers Michael Gelkin from the San Diego Union Tribune expects him to play. I expect him to play too. But again, you need options. You need fallback options. We're at crunch time, people. So don't play fast and loose with these. Make sure you have something in place if you need it. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the other side of the ball, Jaquiz Rogers listed as questionable, but he practiced fully all week. He seems likely to return to maybe play the change of pace role. Either way, Doug Martin remains the lead back there. Brandon Myers more news coming in. The Bills promoted a tight end from the practice squad, Gerald Christensen, so be ready for that. I think I'll turn that. The other, Brandon Myers, tight end, also listed as questionable there. For the Washington Redskins, Jordan Reed, of course, ruled out. Vernon Davis will start in his place. Not a great matchup. Arizona Cardinals, the best team in the league against tight ends. Pretty good against the pass in general. I think they've only given up 9 touchdown passes all year and only 2 multiple TD pass games, two TD games, I believe. So watch that. For the Cardinals, John Brown listed as questionable with the hamstring related to the sickle cell trait. Still unclear. He did get on the practice field late in the week, so it sounds like he could go. But remember, last week he played but then left early. So this has been an ongoing issue. Might be best avoided. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, Chris Boswell, the kicker, was added to the injury report Saturday morning with an abdominal issue. They signed Randy Bullock. It's probably a situation best be avoided. I don't know if you want to jump on the Randy Bullock train. And Boswell is listed as questionable, so maybe there's still a chance he plays, but don't avoid. Stay away from that. Also in that game, D'Angelo Williams ruled out. Darius Hayward-Bay rolled out. Sounds like Sammy Coates is getting healthier, and Ladarius Green also should be picking up the pace a little bit. Sunday night, we're in the clear for the Seattle and Carolina game. And Monday night, Andrew Luck the injury reports aren't out, but expect Andrew Luck to play. He's coming off the concussion. Other side of the ball, Brandon Marshall and Jalen Marshall both dealing with issues. You'll need to check the site for updates when that injury report is released. The coach, Todd Bowles, mentioned that he had some concerns about Brandon Marshall. So check it out. Visit the site in the hour leading up to kickoff, each kickoff throughout the day to Sunday, and I'll have all the inactive announcements for you then, and plenty of other good content. So thanks and good luck. I know it's getting to be crunch time, and we're taking this very seriously because we know you are. Have fun.